Just wanted to ask you some questions if you have a minute. Do you still feel you're the most trusted name in news? Because I have to say, from what I've been hearing on these phone calls, I don't know about that. I mean, we got a lot of recordings that indicate you're not really that independent of a journalist.
Okay. Thank you for your comments. So everybody, in light of that, I think what we'll do is we'll set up a new system.
Wow.
So, sayonara, sucker.
Wow.
2022.
I mean,
It's a new year. Because guess what? I have a feeling
Speaking of
I'm
which-
going to be standing right here next year. And you know what I'm not going to be looking at?
Well, I guess this was going to happen before Discovery takes over the this division of Warner. I mean, who would have called this early? I mean, I was saying to myself, you know, this guy needs to go. He's going to resign soon, or they're going to fire him. But here, breaking news out of CNN: Jeff Zucker is resigning. I mean, oh, wow. This is the big one on here for this week. You know, CNN has been pure garbage. But meanwhile, this is the people who consider themselves the arbiter of the truth. You know, that they're sitting out there spewing all this garbage out there. And then they say, well, you know, this person is a racist, this person is a sexist, and all that. But meanwhile, they're the ones who are what they're spewing out against other people that they oppose. You know, you can't have opposing opinions, according to CNN.
CNN boss Jeff Zucker and Gollust had an affair they never disclosed until the investigation into Chris. Now Zucker is resigning after 9 years on the job. That calls into question the new direction of CNN.
But let's read into this, and this is directly from CNN itself. CNN Worldwide President Jeff Zucker said Wednesday that he is resigning effective immediately. Zucker said in a memo, as part of the investigation into Chris Cuomo's tenure at CNN, I was asked about a consensual relationship with my closest colleague, someone I have worked with for more than 20 years. I acknowledge that the relationship evolved in a recent years. I was required to disclose it when it began, but I didn't. I was wrong. As a result, I am resigning today. Zucker did not name his colleague in the memo, but the relationship is with Allison Goist, the chief marketing officer for CNN. Goist is remaining at CNN. In an email to staffers sent shortly after Zucker, Jason Killard, the CEO of CNN parents company Warner Media, said, I've accepted Jeff Zucker's resignation as chairman of Warner Media News and Sports and president of CNN Worldwide. We thank Jeff for his contributions over the past 9 years. Killard added, we are announcing an intern leadership plan shortly, but both of these organizations are at the top of their respective I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that one. Respective games and are well prepared for their next chapters. Folks, this is the beginning of the end of CNN. Now, what's going to come after it? What's going to be left of it? I mean, you're talking about, you're scraping it down to the bones on there. You had the Chris Cuomo situation. You also have the child, as they say, how can we put this? The P to the E to the D to the O situations from Project Veritas that had mentioned in their reports. You know, a lot of the producers that are leaving for that reason at CNN. I mean, like I said, this is the news agency that claims that they're arbiters of truth to the viewers out there. This is why they've lost 90% of their viewership. They're tanking right now. You know, Warner has been sold into Discovery. I think that's still, I don't know if that's been approved, finalized, or whatever it is that's coming. the head of Discovery said there's going to be a shakeup and cleanup, especially at CNN. Now, whether CNN is going to be sold to someone else or that it's going to be reorganized, I expect that to happen. You know, when it comes to these situations where these people spew out, we've already saw what happened over at ABC with Whoopi spewing out situations that, you know, hey, listen, she has her opinion, but yet she overstepped her opinion, and now she's suspended over at ABC. And we'll discuss that if you've seen us on Odyssey, on our stream on Odyssey on Sunday night. We'll discuss more of that then. But Jeff Zucker leaving CNN is a first step, maybe to fix what is wrong in the news media. I doubt it, because there's still a lot of people there that just are garbage. You know, I don't watch CNN anymore. I haven't watched CNN in a long time. There was a time CNN was really good in the news. And if you go back to the early days of CNN where they had actual news on on their broadcasts on there. I mean, there were the guys still during the Middle East conflicts. They were there in the fold, and they reported actual news, the stories, the retrospective. What has become to this network? What is just pure garbage. The only things that left of them is the online sites, as far as some of the news that they put on that CNN Business and some of the articles that they put out there that actually have some sort of resemblance of actual news work. So farewell, Jeff Zucker. There's the door. Don't let it hit you in the ass. Goodbye, and we'll talk more about this on the weekend on Odyssey on the Madman Cafe.